APIA Nevada is a grassroots nonprofit organization that advocates for policies empowering everyday Asian Pacific Islander Nevadans. Nevada is home to a growing APIA community, accounting for 1 in 10 voters. We are One APIA Nevada. Concili Incorporated is Nevada's premier Democratic campaign firm, fighting for progressive issues and candidates for over a decade, and proud sponsor of Battleborn Progress.
This episode of Out in Front brought to you by
Concili Inc., Nevada State Education Association, One APIA Nevada, Silver State Voices, and Stefan and Marta Schmidt, as well as our episode sponsors, Save Lives Nevada and Washoe Education Association.
And attorney for all good things in Nevada. Guns and some of the other terrible decisions that have happened this week around Miranda rights and various other things. We have Brianna Escamilla. She is with Planned Parenthood and one of my very dear friends, also fellow housewife enthusiast. She's the director of regional organizing with Planned Parenthood Votes Nevada and is going to be talking to us about all things abortion and what is coming next with this abortion decision here in Nevada and all around the country. And then we have Catherine Speller, new to the Battleborn Progress family, but she's good friends with Bev Schreiber, who's running the show tonight. And she is the health and sex editor for She Knows. So thank you all for joining us tonight. We have an excellent panel tonight to talk about all things Supreme Court. So, Brianna, I'm going to bring you in first because we're going to start with Roe versus Wade. I've got my Bands Off Our Bodies shirt on. I've got my Roe versus Wade swag behind me, just to show a little extra rage this evening. So we're preparing for this decision to come out. Will and I have been talking all week about what this could mean for Nevadans and what this will mean for Americans who can get pregnant. This decision has been so nerve-wracking, and it's been just, I've kind of been dreading it for 2 months. I know a lot of my team has been dreading it for 2 months as well since the decision was leaked. How are you dealing with it, but also remaining an advocate for our communities across the state?
Great question. Thank you. You're right. This has been very nerve-wracking, and I think a lot of us have been dreading this decision. I think a lot of people right now are kind of just living with this fear and uncertainty of what comes next and what does this mean for my right and my bodily autonomy. And does this mean that other rights can be taken away in the future? All of that is very terrifying. I will say though, we do need to keep in mind that for many communities, access to abortion care has always been a challenge and in some cases, a non-existent reality. And so for some communities, this might not change very much for them, but for many of us, it will impact our access to abortion care. And so really what we're doing is we're just trying to take care of ourselves and our communities and focus on that community care and fighting because we have to, because everyone has the right to have power and control over their own bodies, lives, and futures. And we were really built for this moment. Generations have come before us that have fought to gain and protect these rights. And so this is not new to us. So younger generations now will have to continue that fight, unfortunately.
Brianna, we're gonna pause right there because there's a little bit of an echo and it's still stuck on me. So people got to see me closing my blinds because the sun was literally glaring in my eyes. So give us 2 seconds, everyone. Stay with us at home online because we're gonna come back to Brianna and re-ask that question in a different way so that this way she can answer that again. Bev, make sure you're not talking on the background because people can hear you because you have a hot mic. So please do not talk on the back end.